Hi, it's Leslie. Just with a little workshop for you and a lot of questions I have how to deal with someone that has the need to be right. And are you dealing with someone that has the need to be right? So many of us are, a lot of people are. We all know someone who has the need to be right. Here's a few ways to deal with it. And you know, there are a lot of people like that. And if you're both like that, it's a emotional, awful situation. Anyway, there's a certain way to deal with this. First, you have to ask yourself, am I coming from my need to be right? Am I coming from my ego? Or are you wanting to be in control of, or are you wanting to be in control of yourself, what you say, and your actions? If not, your thoughts can get very emotional and things can be said that don't need to be said, that are very hurtful and can't take back. And it ends up in an argument, a very nasty argument. I won't say nasty argument. Things will be said that you won't like it. Now, I think this has already had, if you're dealing with this, this has already happened many times over. But remember to ask yourself, do you really care about this subject, really? Or is it just the argument that the argument is a game, it's almost a game. But it's this person wants to be in control and you keep defending yourself. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to do that because that isn't what they're after. They just want to argue with you. Some people, that's the way they can communicate almost. But they have this need to be right. Remember, that person loves to argue. They loves to get anybody into an argument. They pull them right in. And especially if they're emotional, it gets nasty. Remember to just be in control of yourself and do you really care about the subject. The cause for the other person you're dealing with it has a deep, deep insecurity that you'll never cure. There's nothing you can do to help him or her. To show how smart they are, how wonderful they are, how whatever they are, they usually have never been recognized or accepted and have damaged so much in their childhood. Think about this. This person wants you to believe everything that you have done is wrong, and they're pathological liars. Whatever it takes for them to win the argument, but if they make everything you've done is wrong, or the way you do things is wrong, everything, and they also may be very obsessed with other things, jealousy, so forth and so on. They have the right to do. They have the right way to do things, and you don't. They want to do it different than you've done. Usually dominates any conversation in public with anyone. They want to dominate the conversation to show that they're smart. Always be noticed. They want to always be noticed and feel that makes them okay. Or smart. And of course, have better solutions than you do, or anybody. And they criticize people for anything. They criticize everything. And remember, I'm going to interject this here, none of us have the right to judge people. Whether somebody spends too much money, whether they gamble, whether they drink, whatever they do, it's for them to meet their maker when they die, and that's Jesus Christ, not us. Some people may be acting as superior. That actually is, they are inferior. And it's a superior-inferior complex. And this is why they are doing this. And it will never change. It will never change. No matter how many years of trying to do this, how many you wonder, why did he say this? Why did she say this? That is the bottom line. It's not going to change. Solution number one to help you is let them finish what they're saying. It may go on and on and on, but remember, every time you interject something in the conversation, they will talk even more. They'll just keep going. So that's up to you how much you want to hear it. Everything you say eggs them on to talk more and more and more. When they are done, hesitate for a minute or two. Go back and pick one point that they have talked about and you may find very interesting. I just want to say, tell me more about this. I want to know more about this subject. It was very interesting the way you brought it up. At that point, believe it or not, you have won someone who will listen to you. And then you can say what you want to say and they will listen. Number two solution is they may have a favorite I guess I would say, this is my favorite solution. Just continue to say, you're right to the person. You're right. You're absolutely right. Over and over for a month or two until they realize that you won't buy into the argument, until they realize that what you're doing. And don't defend yourself. Not at all. Of course, when you are dealing with this type of personality, beware, you cannot ever change it. And that's how I'm going to end this. I hope these few solutions helped you. I've had so many questions how to deal with someone that has the need to rewrite. Have a great day. Bye-bye.